Even Floyd, like when you make yourself like we got issues on your anger, he's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money.
It's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money is gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Wow.
Are Floyd's comments potentially in breach of contract? He could blow the whole fight up and never fight, and also have taken a cash advance on the fight he may not ever have. He's broke. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Floyd is so badly hurting for money that this is the stuff he's doing. Knowingly signing contracts for a pro fight just to go and publicly undermine it while taking a cash advance. Essentially going, cool, I need that money now. Who cares about...
Floyd Mayweather is reportedly under growing financial pressure as the IRS has allegedly placed a lien on his assets over unpaid taxes totaling around $7.3 million from 2018 and 2023.
Mayweather is being targeted by the IRS over unpaid taxes, with some of his properties and assets being held on lien until the full balance is paid off. And if not, said assets will be fully taken away. This report comes from Business Insider, but is also now being reported by Ring Magazine, in which they reveal that the IRS has filed a lien versus Mayweather in Las Vegas, currently putting a hold on Mayweather's Vegas property due to unpaid taxes stemming from 2018 and 2023 that have now ballooned to $7.3 million.
This isn't a minor issue being exaggerated. It involves direct government action, with reports claiming certain Las Vegas properties have been frozen until the debt is cleared. If it remains unpaid, those assets could be taken.
You think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? You think he actually wants...
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
Again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess...
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can't spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
You can't.
What makes it more concerning is the timing. These developments come while Mayweather is already facing scrutiny over his business dealings and his expected clash with Manny Pacquiao.
It's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really. Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like
I
crazy.
mean, it only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Mayweather even doing any goofy like that.
But you would think that your investments would continue to grow.
Right.
As long as you keep your spending.
Floyd has publicly labeled the rematch as an exhibition, but reports suggest he may have agreed to a professional bout. If that's true, failing to honor the contract could create legal complications. There are also claims that the same agreement was used as loan collateral, raising further questions about financial stability.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I wouldn't fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Is Fear still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed. I mean,
yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
He has to remember that.
But it's still on. It's still happening.
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why.
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't? Yeah.
Top of that, several Mayweather gyms have reportedly shut down due to unpaid rent and staff wages. It's even said that Pacquiao stepped in, took over one location, and rebranded it. Employees allegedly walked out after not receiving payments, adding more concern about operations.
Mayweather says that he's suffered enormous financial harm and is missing at least $340 million from a reported $1.2 billion that he actually earned in his professional fight career.
Oh my goodness. 340? Who I got to swing on?
I mean,
What that?
Ocho, that's in addition. So he's reporting that they boosted, however they did it, 340, but he earned 1.2. So that's 1.5.
Damn.
Now multiple parties are involved, the IRS, business partners, and investors, all potentially looking for answers for someone known for wealth and control. This situation challenges that image directly.
Boxed everybody. I boxed everybody. And it's so crazy. Like, I had a lot of great days. I had a lot of bad days in the gym. But I tell them I never have bad paydays.
Dimitri Salita told me a story that one time a known heavyweight challenged you. You told Leonard to go get your bag and you dropped him with the body shot.
In a boxing gym, it don't count. You can have good days, you can have bad days. A lot of times guys do good in the gym. They be happy. They feel like if you done good with Floyd Mayweather in the gym, oh, I want a world title. Well, you got to really look at this now. Slow down. You go home to an apartment. I go home to a palace. There's a difference.
Now, Floyd,
when you say your name, when they say these fighters' names, they say thousands and millions. When you say Money Mayweather, you say Bill.
The silence from Mayweather and his legal team only increases uncertainty with so many moving parts. It's unclear how this will end, whether it's resolved quietly or escalates further. This stands as one of his most serious issues outside the ring.
That money to the IRS, how much did he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right.
You know what's not
giving you
good?
$25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats.
Then Timothy Bradley offers a different perspective. Instead of panic, he suggests this could be intentional. From a fighter business viewpoint, he explains that upfront payments can act as leverage if structured correctly, hinting this might be strategy other than chaos.
I don't know if Mayweather did that, but you can. You can put a non-refundable attachment on this and be like, all right, hey, I need an advancement for training. I need $3-4 million or whatever for training expenses. And if they agree to say yeah, and he put in a contract that is non-refundable, it's free money.
That actually sounds like something Floyd would do. While many see confusion, Bradley believes Mayweather could already be ahead, managing pressure, adjusting terms, and protecting himself as an older fighter who only takes risks when necessary. Still, he admits that if a professional fight was signed, it can't simply be changed without consequences.
It's free, basically free money. So we know, Mayweather was, it's been reported, I should say, allegedly, that, he's been, a little upside down on some of his taxes and some of his properties. And he needed to come back and fight and take care of that. Well, he got some cheese from that advancement.
So now there's tension. Floyd may be thinking like a businessman, but the system still treats him like a contracted fighter. That conflict is where things can get complicated. Bradley even hints that upfront money might have already eased some financial pressure, shifting the narrative toward calculated moves instead of desperation.
Just know that money he received, I'm pretty out, man, damn it, I don't know for sure, but damn it, I'm probably about, I know I'm 85, 90%. I'm telling you, because I don't think he'll be doing this. This is business. So he's just saying, I understand it was a real fight, but now I want to change it. I want to change it now. I got my advancement. Now I want to change it.
Then Shane Mosley steps in with a completely different angle, pure fight reality. Having faced both men, he points out Floyd may not be the same physically, possibly slower and easier to hit now.
Right now, Floyd's not the same Floyd that he was back in the day. So, you know, maybe he's a little bit older and he's not moving as much. And you know that when you get a little bit older, sometimes you don't have the same foot movements, stuff like that, and you're able to get hit with certain shots. So maybe Manny has a chance to get in there and do some stuff. But Manny also had some, seemed like some complications with, I don't know if he had some kind of stroke or something in the sparring, something like that. I thought I seen. So, I mean, there's stuff going on with him too as well. So, yeah, you know, we will see.
That immediately suggests an opportunity for Pacquiao. But Mosley balances it by mentioning Manny could also be dealing with his own challenges. At that point, it becomes less about who's better and more about who has declined less.
The harder puncher was Manny Pacquiao, but the most difficult was Mayweather.
Okay.
As far as, you know, his IQ. He had a better IQ, but Manny had a harder working, you know, repetition where he'll come at you. He's working hard. He's trying to get you. Whereas Mayweather's more technical and will sit there and pick you apart.
He breaks down their styles again. Pacquiao's relentless pressure versus Mayweather's ability to adapt mid-fight. Floyd is the more technical problem solver, while Manny brings power and aggression. That contrast explains why their matchup has always been so complex.
You know, if you ask me, as a boxer, I don't need somebody to push me to work hard, work more, but I did. I always put that in my mind when I'm in training. I have to do extra mile to get that condition.
Mosley also recalls the moment he hurt Floyd, emphasizing how rare those chances are. Against Mayweather, you might only get one opening, and if you miss it, it's gone. With both fighters older now, the margin for error is even smaller.
Purpose of exhibition, that was long time ago, year after our first fight, but I didn't agree. And then I want a real fight, so he signed what I signed. He signed a real fight, and I signed a real fight, and he got his advance. So there's no reason to make excuses of that. So that's true.
Then Pacquiao enters calmly, without hype or emotion. He speaks about discipline and preparation before making his stance clear. A real fight was agreed upon, and advance money was taken. From his view, there's nothing to debate.
Well, we all look forward to that fight. I mean, he signed a real fight, and he got his advance. So then now makes excuses, no.
He doubles down with the same calm approach. No excuses, just preparation for a real fight. While one side seems to be adjusting and negotiating, Pacquiao is training as if it's already set. That contrast becomes impossible to ignore.
I'm doing exhibitions, and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100?
When you put everything together, it's no longer just one storyline. It's financial pressure, contracts, strategy, and legacy all colliding. The real question now is whether Flo is still controlling the situation or if things are starting to slip. Meanwhile, Pacquiao remains steady and locked in. Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.